Okay, so last night I was actually doing some thinking about the biker DLC and I guess just how it would work in GTA Online. And like complete side note, because this doesn't have to relate to the topic that I want to talk about, but I wonder how they're gonna work because you're limited to how many CEOs could be in a lobby. So I'm wondering if the limit for MC presidents or MC leaders is only going to be two, because if there's 8 people in a MC club and there's 2 of those in the lobby, that's already half the lobby filled up. And I'm pretty sure Rockstar still want to keep the CEO stuff intact, so I don't think they want to have the entire lobby just be full of MC people, because obviously you could have 4 times 8, that's 32. That's the amount you can get in a lobby. But it's going to be interesting to see what they do there, because if it is locked to 2 gangs, I guess, per lobby, that's going to be kind of upsetting, but I can understand why. It's just, I don't know, it's just a little side thought. But getting back to the topic at hand, what I do want to talk about in this video, and you guys can definitely let me know your thoughts in the comment section, is the BIKERS DLC and what it could mean for the future of every single GTA Online DLC that comes out. Now, I could be totally wrong with this, but if you think about it, like, what I'm about to say is not that far off, and it makes a lot of sense, especially if we go back to that one guy who leaked like the entire, or supposedly leaked the entire DLC schedule for GTA Online. His name was Soft Secrets, and this is what he actually said right here. I mean, he did get the biker DLC correct. He said that the biker DLC is going to have bikes, obviously closed free roam missions, and that you're going to have to purchase a clubhouse to actually participate or to activate those biker free roam missions. Now, at the time, we did have a few clues that said the next DLC was going to be a biker DLC. Fun MW2 came out. I'm pretty sure Yan even said a thing or two. So him saying that is not like that special, because you could just put 2 and 2 together. Like, look, it's a biker DLC. Well, you need a clubhouse to do free roam missions. So him getting that right's not like that impressive. What's going to actually be impressive is if any of this other stuff he talks about actually comes out, whether it's the Law and Order DLC that he says, the Luxury Living DLC, or the Blaine County and Paleto Bay DLC. I don't know if that's going to be in order or what, but the next DLC will be really interesting to determine whether or not this guy was fake. But regardless of if he's fake or not, it made me think. It seems the trend from Rockstar for these DLCs is that they're continuing working on this system of having specific like gangs or something in GTA Online. It started with the VIP system that was really well received, and then they expanded on it with the CEO system, and now they're even going further and adding like another system to GTA Online in the BIKERS. So what all of that could mean for future DLCs is that we'll be seeing more of this system where there's a separate like thing you can join in GTA Online. And I mean, really, the possibilities are endless. If you just go down the list from Soft Secrets, you know, if you're going to be a policeman, well, maybe that's something. Maybe you have to go, I think he says you have to buy a police car to actually activate that stuff. You know, a CEO, you had to buy a warehouse. The biker club, you have to buy a clubhouse. The police, maybe you got to go to the police office or buy a police car. Maybe they can add other gangs. You could be part of the Vagos, or like the Grove Street gangs. You could have more stuff like that. Maybe that goes back to the lowriders in that you have to do something specific, and then you could be a part of that. And then there's all these different gangs or groups of people who are out to do different things in GTA Online. And it feels like that's kind of where Rockstar is going. And then even like going down, now the Luxury Living DLC, I don't know if that might just be a one-off thing, kind of like how the Stunts update was. But the Paleto Bay DLC, maybe that involves hunters. Like, maybe you have to get a license, and maybe you can invite 3 of your friends to go hunting. Or maybe even it's just one of your friends to go hunting, because they add some animals up in Paleto Bay. So then you would have, you know, the gangs down in the lower end of the city. You would have the CEOs in the, you know, the higher end of the city. The bikers in Sandy Shores. The hunters in Paleto Bay. And then the police would just be everywhere. Like, that kind of sounds like a really interesting way of making all these DLCs work with each other, and it spreads everyone out on the map, and it gives people certain things to do. What if this is all leading up to some big DLC that maybe ends GTA Online that is based off of turf wars from San Andreas? Like, you have all these different gangs, all these different people and groups, I guess. And what if like I was mentioning earlier, since they each have their own, particular turf, what if in the end, once they get all of these DLCs out, there's a giant turf war battle, and that's maybe where the cops come into play. Maybe the cops have to stop this turf war. I mean, like I said, maybe I'm just being crazy here, but does that not make sense? They're leading up to continually make these like separate gangs in GT Online, and then maybe they will end on turf wars, because that's something that I've said. I've made a DLC concept, I guess, video about it, and that's something that I think would be really cool, and it would add a lot to GT Online. And maybe that's like the final nail in the coffin. They add all this stuff, and then they bring out the turf wars, so you have something to do until GTA 6 is released. That is it with the video. Like I said, just a little thought I had yesterday while thinking about the Biker DLC. Let me know in the comment section if I'm crazy, or if you think this is actually like Rockstar's plan going forward. See you in the next one, though. Going to be doing a live stream later on. It's going to be really fun, so hopefully you guys come check that out. But see you then. As always, it's your boy Saintsfan. I'm out. Peace.